Hey guys, Chris here, Broken Ebb RC. Um, it's the new year. It's 2025. And I know they released today. Today, I should write these more often anyway. Anyway, today I thought I would, at New Year, we're going to put some new color on the Optic. And the kit, I know the kit just came out November-ish. And the kit's awesome. It's awesome. It's got the new diff gears in it. It's got like real diff gears in it. It's all good to go. The only thing that kind of irked me, for some weird reason, they threw in they added more colorful body panels, which is once again very awesome. But it's like this roulette wheel kind of thing where you you can't choose the color that you want to buy the kit in or something. It's very strange. I don't understand this. They Vanquish did that whole Wheel of Fortune or something, like you send them a bunch of money and then they pick the color of the wheels that you get. Which I thought, well, okay, that's not for me, but I don't know what sense that really makes. If I'm going to shell out 383 almost $390 for a kit, I want to figure out, at least throw like gray panels in there, and then you can paint it yourself, or they have all these different liveries and stickers and all that kind of stuff on the side, which they ended up doing anyway. It's a little funny because you go on AMA now, and in all caps it says all sales final, which is funny because you don't know what color you're gonna get, which is a little silly. But yeah, that's my only complaint. That's it. Anyhow, I thought, and don't get me wrong, the panels are awesome. Why they the idea to make them in ABS instead of Lexan is genius. It's absolute genius. It's like the dry erase board of body panels. I bought the Yokomo truck, and I just, on a whim, I thought I'd do the cobalt blue or green or whatever the hell the color this is. Even did the front grill, and that's all black, right? So priming it, I used the wrong primer. I'll go into that later, but priming it and shooting it with this color was a piece of cake. I used Tamiya paint, which is kind of expensive. I did not a lot, but I've got a can of Rust-Oleum like this. I could just shoot up, touch up, which I'm going to do in the video. I'm just going to touch up the colors on these panels, and it's a piece of cake, same color, and for $5 a can. Same with the primer. So I thought, maybe a lot of people don't know how easy it is, and you could turn black panels into whatever color you got. They have I saw on the website, they have the body panel kits, which are cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I think all that's left is like orange and blue, and everything else is sold out because which probably is their idea to begin with. Nobody's gonna nobody's gonna like the colors they get, so they got to go on the website and give them another $40 for which honestly, whatever. It is what it is. Welcome to the hobby. Anyway, so I picked up a set of the Sparco panels when I built this truck, thinking, oh, if I screw it up or whatever, I'll have an extra set of panels. And these are almost purple, actually. They're all like violet. Anyway, so I thought, oh, it'd be really, the purpose of this video is just like a real super quick, super easy, fast and dirty painting tutorial. I'm gonna paint these panels in green. I'm kind of in a green mood this year. I'll get back up some pretty green and do that, and do some new color choices and shoot the stuff, and then we'll put them on the truck, see how they look, and then I'm gonna take this apart, and then I have the same color and just reshoot that real quick, and it's real easy. It's the prep is really quick. You do have to prep these a little bit, no matter what you do, really. But yeah, you should be good to go. So hang on. I try not to rattle on too long, and here we go. Okay. big thing with these is prep work. A little bit of prep work. You don't have to get real crazy. What I like to do is basically take off the shiny. That's all you're doing. You're taking something. I don't know if that'll show the light. Yeah, there we go. You're basically just putting a tooth to this finish so the paint will adhere better. So there's the panel I already did. It's nothing really crazy. Don't worry about the sand marks too much. I'm using basically wet dry sandpaper, 400 grit, like an auto, from an auto store. That's what I use, is I just have it here. But if you have like a Scotch-Brite pad or like a fine steel wool, that's all you have to do. Don't worry about the finish so much, because the primer is going to fill those gaps. So it's not a big deal, and it literally takes you, I don't know. I'm doing 2 sets here, so I got like, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes to do. And then we're going to hit it with primer. Now the purpose of primer is not just to help the paint adhere, which it will. These are like this Rust-Oleum. It's cheap, but then it's supposedly paint and primer. The thing is, like with the Yokohama panels, they're black, right? Obviously, I want the paint to adhere, but if I'm painting like cobalt green or blue or whatever, like a light color like this, obviously, if I have a darker background, that's going to bleed through to the upper coats of paint. So I want to start with a neutral. That's why you have primer, right? White, gray, red primer. To basically keep it all in one value, and then it's a lot easier to adhere and easier to spray color. So there you go. This is not, we're not talking big fancy paint jobs. This is like quick and dirty. You're going to go run it and beat the crap out of it anyway. Obviously, there are guys that have sunk a ton of money into these H10s, and which is cool. But it's a whole different purpose. You know what I mean? Kind of a little bit of a shelf queen kind of thing. This is not for that. This is to go smacking around, and then, in the wintertime for something to do, you yank it off and shoot another color, another coat of paint on it. This is the old set, which I'm going to go ahead and cover with that, which is strange. It's like about the same color of the Tamiya TS41 Coral Blue. This is about $8 a can. This is about $6, and I've got about 4 or 5 repaints until the nozzle clears up. But that's a whole other story. But yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot this and come back. You want to do just a couple light coats. It doesn't have to be crazy, and go from there. Okay, this is the first coat of primer. Like I said, don't cover everything up. Give it about 2 or 3 light, super light coats. If you're masking a design or something, obviously you want to just dust this thing. That's it, and it'll help set the paint. So many light coats, not one heavy coat. Trust me, I learned the hard way. A lot of times I'll give it a light coat and walk away. Just walk away. Just walk away for a couple minutes, then come back, hit it again. This is going to dry pretty good. Obviously, spray painting anything in the winter is a big pain in the butt. Although, like today is not too bad. It's already almost 60 degrees, so we're looking pretty good. And we have sun today, which is nice. So that's going to help speed things up quite a bit. So yeah, when you've got a 30-degree day and it's been, you haven't seen the sun for several weeks, that's a whole other deal. Plus, it's your adhesion, your drying time's obviously going to be a lot different. But yeah, and we'll see what this looks like in a minute. And here's the final result. It's green. It's very, very green. Turned out pretty good. It's not bad. It's it's a little on the cold side, but I'm in California. My version of cold does not fit the rest of the planet. So anyway, long story short, the paint did bubble up, not bubble up, but tends to thicken up out of the nozzle. So you don't get a super glossy finish. I'd probably recommend in the wintertime hitting the can of paint with a hairdryer just to warm it up. Don't put it in the oven or anything, you know that. But just warm it up a little bit and get that paint to flow a little bit better. I shot 2 coats, did the primer, 2 coats of color, and then a couple of coats of just gloss clear. Just to, on the rocks, it doesn't really protect it, but then again, it's an extra layer of paint. It doesn't come flying off there real quick. As far as designs and stuff, basically this is paint. I just, all I did was I shot the green and then ran a couple strips of masking tape on the top and shot it real quick with flat black. And then, made sure I hit everything with black with the clear, and I think it turned out pretty good. You got black, and it kind of continues all the way down to the number black. So that's kind of cool. If you can get as fancy as you want. Obviously, I would recommend. There's like frog tape. This is frog tape that you get at Home Depot, but I don't know. There's a bunch of different brands, and you can get like fine and delicate tape, and they work really good. Don't get me wrong, but the adhesive on this is even a little stronger than the adhesive that comes on the Tamiya tape. So I'd recommend getting a couple rolls of Tamiya tape, and you can always it keeps pretty good. You could use it later. I've used it on a ton of projects, and like this is 18 millimeter, and all I did was just primed it, ran my design, which is basically just a stripe that goes up, and right over the primer. It's just white primer, and then shot my color, masked everything off. The nice thing about the Tamiya tape is that you could shoot it and let it dry for an hour or so, and then if you put a layer of tape over it, like obviously to cover up a darker color or whatever, it doesn't peel up the previous layers of paint. It has really good adhesive. The stuff's awesome. I'm just fallen in love with it the last couple of years. And it's easy to cut, trims and whatnot. So it's just super easy. I did shoot color on this again. I didn't sand anything down, so it's got like lots of little bumps and ridges and whatever. I even put a coat of clear on this. So you could just, like I said, you could just, shoot it again. I'll probably, like I said, these things are like a dry erase board. I could take regular paint thinner and strip it all down and start all over. So, like for me, I kind of started, I thought, oh, green's really cool. And the color, the orange, I've just never had an orange truck. And I thought, oh, you know what, I should do an orange truck. This just opens up your options. You got lots of different options. You can always add, sticker bomb the thing, do whatever. It's all good to go. And like I said, if the ABS is really resilient material, so if you don't like it or you get sick of it, or like me, once a year in the middle of winter, you go, I'm just tired of looking at this thing. Just change it up. No big deal. Anyway, I hope any of this helps. I don't know. Or not. A lot of it's just kind of basic information, but some folks know it and some folks don't. Some folks are new to the hobby and they just kind of, you always have options in this hobby. That's why I like the hobby. So anyway, you guys have a good one. I'm going to go beat the crap out of this thing, and we'll catch you later.